Enormous news breaking yesterday out of Riverside, California. Jake Haro, the father of baby Emmanuel, walking into the courtroom without a deal and pleading guilty to the charges. Amazing development, unexpected development, but it brings us to today's question about baby Emmanuel's mother, Rebecca Haro. Why did she lie? Why did she lie about Ola Man? Was she a victim? Was she covering up? Was she part of it? What will happen to Manuel's mother? We're going to talk about all of it in this video. I'm Vinny Politan, lead anchor for Court TV. I'm doing live true crime on television every night from 8 to 10 p.m. Only guy in the business doing it. With me, of course, Albert H. Wunsch III.
Hola, Tangenistas.
And the radio legend, Jonesy.
Greetings from Asbury Park, New Jersey.
You are now about to experience the Tangent Podcast.
It's Vinny and the Tangent, true crime podcast. Vinny has the blue eyes, Al cracks the jokes. Jonesy stays behind his shades, entertaining all the folks. It's Vinny and the Tangent, true crime podcast. Load up all your comments, hit those super chats. Let's go smash that like button, so we can all have a blast. Vinny, Al, and Jonesy on the job. They're the Sugar Hill gang of true crime. They're telling stories of days gone by. They take crime and turn into a good old time. It's Vinny and the Tangent.
Yes, indeed. The Sugar Hill gang of true crime. Who would be Big Bank Hank?
That's got to be Jonesy.
Oh,
Big
thank
Bank.
you. I get to be Big Bang Hank, Big Bad Hank.
Who were the other two?
Master G.
Master G. And then
Okay.
who was the third?
You got to sing the song.
Cowboy? Was it Cowboy?
No.
No, that was Furious 5, wasn't it?
No. That's Grandmaster Flash.
Right, and the Furious 5.
Right.
And the Furious Five. All right, we're gonna get that. All right, someone's gonna know. Obviously, Al is angry that he doesn't know right now.
I'm mad at myself for not knowing, but you got to repeat the lyrics in your head, and it's a long
Master
song.
G.
So a hip hop,
Big
they
Bang
did a hip hop. You don't stop, rock it to the bang
There we
bang,
go.
jump the boogie to the big beat. This give up, do up, shooby doo. Guess what?
It could take 9 minutes. The 12-inch single was like 12 minutes. Al, it may take 9 minutes to get to the name.
I go with the 7-minute and 26-second version myself.
There you go. All right. So welcome, everyone. Great to have you aboard. We're talking about why did she lie? We're talking about Rebecca Haro. You know, when the story first broke, she said it was a man. She was changing the baby's diaper. A man came from behind her, said, "Ola." She didn't see him. And then that Ola man knocked her out cold. Well, we know that's a lie now because her husband, Jake, admitted that he did it yesterday. So now she is still on the hook. The charges are still lingering against her, and she was facing the same charges as him. So the question I'm posing here, Al,
Yes.
why did she lie? What is the most likely scenario? That she is a victim of Jake and was afraid to tell the truth? That she was part of the ongoing conduct that took the life of Emmanuel? Or she just loved her man more than she loved her baby?
Well, she's complicit. That's basically why she lied. She's in on this. I mean, the child was.
When you say complicit, though, again, I see two different ways of being complicit. One is I am not physically doing anything to the child, but I know it's taking place, or I am actually engaging in the conduct with him, the physical conduct. What are your thoughts?
No, it's complicit. Look, allowing the conduct is complicit in the conduct, and it's just as guilty as doing the conduct.
Okay. Is it?
Yes, it is. Absolutely. When it comes to a 7-month-old baby, Absolutely.
I don't know.
Okay. I mean, you know what? The bottom line is this.
I don't know. I think that's debatable. I think it's
I don't
debatable.
think
If she
I
knows
don't think
it's
it's
going
debatable.
on and doesn't report it, is that actually red rum?
It is complicit, which would mean it is red rum. Absolutely. What's the difference between that and driving the getaway car? I mean, you're still part of the crime. If you're involved, if you rob a bank, okay, and they red rum the guard, okay, and you're just the driver, you're just as guilty as the guys who pulled the
But
trigger.
the driver, you're actually doing something.
But you're doing
You're
something
driving
real.
away.
You're lying to the police in order to try to offshoot the fact that something was done to your
The lying, I get. I get the actual lie,
What's the
but
difference between a lie-
I'm taking it one step before. Like, why did she lie? And you're saying that she's complicit. So you believe that even if she didn't touch the child in any way, she's in and she'll go down for red rum.
You have a duty to protect your child. Okay, you have a
Right.
duty-
Child neglect is the charge.
Exactly. Okay.
Or endangering the welfare of a
And
child. But
allowing-
how do you get to
and
red rum?
And allowing this piece of garbage to have his way with this child or to do what he did to this child. Okay, as far as I'm concerned, it's just as bad as if she pulled the trigger.
Morally, yes, absolutely.
Oh,
I'm just
by the way,
wondering-
can I just say one thing? Because you know what? Now you're bothering me on the Sugar Hill Gang thing. Wonder Mike was the other guy on that.
Wonder Mike.
Master G and Wonder Mike. Okay. I mean, you caught me off guard because I didn't expect that we were going to be talking about the Sugar Hill Gang.
Right.
But as you know, they're all from Dwight Morrow High School, Englewood, New Jersey. And I
Yes.
used to watch them perform in the basements of people's houses at parties between
Wonder
Dwight Morrow and St. Cecilia High School.
So, okay. So, I'm trying to understand what her actual, because prosecutors at this point have been vague as to what the actual allegations of the physical conduct is, and we didn't hear anything in the guilty plea, so we didn't
No.
learn anything more yesterday. Like,
And they still don't have
how
a-
exactly did they take the life of this child? I haven't heard that yet, and you kind of need to do that to a certain extent. Like, you're responsible, but how are you responsible? Because the one thing they said, it was ongoing conduct,
Right.
and it wasn't just one action.
So the neglect aspect of it puts her in a very, precarious position from a legal standpoint. The condoning, which is basically by her act of not going to the police and saying this is what happened, she is condoning that action, puts her in a very precarious legal position. And the fact that they're not detailing everything that they know with regards to this demonstrates to me that there's still a solid case against her and they don't want anything getting out at this time. And that also would put her in a precarious legal predicament. So, I mean, right down the line, the fact that, first of all, they didn't have to release any information because he pled guilty to every charge. Okay. Which is an interesting way of doing things. And now they're, it's like basically just saying, I'm not contesting it. I'm pleading guilty to it. I'm not asking for a plea bargain. I'm not asking for anything. I'm going to leave it to the judge to decide how this is going to be, handled and what I'm going to be sentenced to. And I can't imagine, and I think the range is anywhere from 25 years to life. I can't imagine that there's going to be any mercy given by the judge, since he's already demonstrated what kind of a scum bucket he is
Right.
with his first child. So, I mean, it's going to be a very interesting scenario. As far as I'm concerned, he copped this out knowing full well that there's going to be, if he was going in front of a jury, forget it. He knew that there's no way this was going to turn out well. The fact that they don't have the child's body yet, the fact that they're not giving any information other than saying that's a continued pattern, demonstrates to me that they're bolstering their case against the mother, and he'll definitely testify against her because he's going to hope that that'll help him get maybe lesser than life.
You mean just volunteer his? But here's the problem, Al. Here's where this is going right now, and this is significant. Her preliminary hearing, which is important in California since they don't use a grand jury, right? There's no grand jury in California for these cases. The DA files charges, and then the defendant goes in front of a judge. Instead of putting a case in front of the grand jury for an indictment, you go in front of a judge in a preliminary hearing to see if it gets bound over to court for an actual red rum trial. So her prelim is scheduled for November the 3rd. His sentencing is November the 3rd. So there's not going to be an opportunity for him to try to lessen his sentence by testifying for the state beforehand, because it's not going to the trial's not going to happen before his sentencing. His sentencing is happening either before or just after her preliminary hearing.
Those dates are not in stone, and there may be a symbolic use of those dates. I don't see that that's going to go on that day. Okay, something's going to.
What's not going to go? The prelim or his sentencing?
One or the other. Probably both. Probably both will be adjourned. Okay, because if I'm defense counsel for her, now's my time to try to work something out, because the big chip I had is no longer there. The big chip I had is I can tell you, what he did. They don't have that anymore. So now she's in a very, very interesting position from a standpoint of she can bargain nothing except maybe where the body is. So the only thing that, would have given her some sort of leverage is gone. That's why there'll be a deal done, if not by the 3rd, by December 3rd.
You think this DA is going to hand out deals?
Well, I don't think that there's too much of a deal to hand out, but I think she's going to understand that maybe the move is now, okay, we'll let you plead to this and we'll go from there.
I don't think the DA is going to offer anything. I don't think the DA is going to offer anything.
You know what? The DAs are always going to offer something.
Not this one.
You know what, Vinny, the thing is this, that you got to remember, trials are expensive. And we're paying for her attorney and we're paying for the state's attorneys. Okay. So the bottom line is that you have to be, prudent. All right. Sometimes, you have to sacrifice principle for good business judgment. And I know that doesn't sound well for everyone.
That sounds good.
But that is the way of the judicial system, because if everybody wanted a trial, and if everybody got a trial, the system would be bankrupt. Wouldn't be enough judges, wouldn't be enough people, it wouldn't be enough funds to be able to do that. Excuse me.
If all the criminals in the world got together and formed a union,
this would be a problem.
Oh, it would be a huge problem.
Right.
Jonesy, could you see the criminals starting a union? It would probably it wouldn't be fist, but it was something. They could, if they all agreed not to plead guilty to anything ever again, the system would collapse, Jonesy.
Yeah, I can see it happening on like Batman or something like that.
Well,
yeah.
The Batman villains did do that on the TV series.
They did, didn't they?
They formed a union?
There was basically a union, yeah.
Wow. Okay, so here's I want to bring this back to the black eye. Initially, we all thought they were going to use the black eye, or she would use the black eye to point the finger at Ola Man. Jonesy, what are your thoughts here? A man has admitted to doing what he did to a baby. It's the second time he's done it to a baby. You're the mother of the baby, and you have a black eye. Isn't that a good launching point for I'm a battered woman, I was scared, and that's why I lied?
Yeah, I would certainly think so. And, as far as what you guys were saying earlier, letting this go on is criminal. But bringing that to the point of a red rum, did you know that it was, that was going to happen? Did you know it was going to end in that? So, she's certainly guilty of something. I'm not quite sure what it is.
She's guilty of something. And that's what I'm wondering, like how, to me, the motivation behind the lie, to me, uncovers the truth.
The black
right?
guy, that stands out. Yeah, obviously it wasn't Ola Man, and why they didn't come up with a better lie, I don't know. That was pretty, that you could see through that, like, immediately.
That's the name of my book, Jonesy. They don't catch the smart ones.
They do, actually.
Which smart ones got caught? Who?
Well, in Colombo, they always think they're so damn smart, and they think they're superior to Colombo, and he plays that up, and they end up going down.
Because they're cocky.
When Colombo arrests people, he never throws the cuffs on or anything. He puts them in the car. Sometimes he pours them a glass of wine, if that's appropriate. He really does. He's a class individual all the way. Just because you're a criminal doesn't mean that he can't treat you with a little dignity. Now, in this case, there is no dignity.
In the original Taking of the Pelham 1, 2, 3, it was a sneeze. It was a sneeze caught. Who thought he was so good and so smart and everything along those lines.
Spoiler alert, but that was one of the best endings ever, when Walter Matthau closes the door, and then he sneezes, and he opens the door back up, and it goes to a freeze frame.
So,
all right, we've got a comment we got to get to here. This is
see, that's what I'm getting at here. It's like, she allowed this to go on. Maybe she even participated. Who knows?
Yeah. So,
she condoned
Caius Posthumus Turinus.
What's that mean in Latin?
I've got to look that up. I'm sorry. What is that
one up?
Caius?
Do you guys think she helped Jake do it?
Do you guys think she helped Jake do the murder? Well, no, I don't. I'm not necessarily saying that she helped, but if you facilitate it, if you allow it, if you didn't go for help, you're just as complicit. And that's the problem here. See, the I situation, to me, Vin and Jonesy, I don't find that to be sympathetic, in the sense that she was out of the house and she could have gone to the authorities, and she didn't. What did she do? She played along with his deceptive game of Ola Man.
Well, isn't that the case often in a battered woman situation, where you could go to the police, but you're afraid, or whatever the case may be?
Well, what was she gonna be afraid of? I mean, she's already involved. The child is dead. How much more can you be, afraid of?
Right, but I'm saying, as far as the black eye is concerned, in defenses like that, that's like, that comes up often, right? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that?
Right, and a lot of them, it's because it's controlling, and they're not by themselves. They can't get away. He's there all the time. He's got feelers out. He's got her under surveillance. That wasn't the situation in that parking lot, as far as we know. Okay, she was there by herself. She could have gotten away. She could have gone to the police. She could have gone to the store security, for gosh sakes. Okay.
Paul Blart, mall cop. Hey, Michelle Moon McDonald with sending stars. Thank you for the stars. And also, love Vinny.
Hey. I was noticing how Albert continued on, in spite of that comment appearing there, ignoring it and hoping it would go away.
Indeed.
No, never hoping that whatsoever. I'm glad. I'm so happy that.
Oh, by the way, now that everyone is here in the room, we are live streaming on my Facebook, my YouTube channel, my Twitch, my X, and we're also streaming on the Court TV YouTube channel. Saying hi to all the folks over there. Welcome. Great to have you aboard. We have a major announcement.
What?
Should we do it now?
Do it now.
Make people watch more of the podcast.
Ooh.
Yeah, make them watch more, I think.
Oh, you big tease, you big tease. I want to know what it is. I want to know what it is.
Okay, we've got a very in-depth survivor story here. So I want to put this up on the screen, but I want to get to the right screen so we can see it here. Okay. This is from Sandy Stone Frazier. Thank you for sharing your story. Many years ago, I was in a DV relationship, and I first had and I first had know the power and control they have over you. But when I saw him try to abuse the animals, I put myself in harm's way to report and protect them as I would with a child. She, as far as my thoughts, and as a DV survivor, that is where you would draw the line. She needs to be held just as accountable. Thank you, Sandy, with an I.
Absolutely.
And I'll tell you the one great thing in the community here, when people willing to share their stories, and I think that helps people understand situations like this a lot better, myself included, who have not been parts of these situations. So we appreciate that, Sandy. Thank you so much. I think the black guy, there's three potential things, right? Fell off a skateboard or walked into a wall, right? Yeah, maybe. Two, the victim
or had a book thrown at her that she didn't catch, which is what happened to Lucy Ricardo, and everybody thought Ricky belted her.
Right. I remember that. And then you have actual DV, right? Which is a very possible. And then the third is it was done as part of the Ola man ruse.
Oh, well, yeah.
No, but the problem was that everyone knew that was an old wound that would not have come up like that at that point. So, I mean, it would not have worked. I mean, if that was just, well, then again,
you don't catch the smart ones, Al.
Exactly
well,
right.
That is actually a scene out of Dirty Harry, when the original Dirty Harry, when the perp, who looked remarkably like a young Liberace, by the way, he went to a professional who banged him up pretty good, so he could blame it on Harry Callahan. I don't mean to make light of this situation.
No.
I'd like people to know that, but that's just what I do. That's where my mind is on TV and film.
Hey, we all were reared on cop shows. Like if you grew up at the time we grew up, cop shows dominated, and we as the people that we were from Jersey were very drawn to them.
Ask yourself what Dirty Harry would do with her.
Yeah. Let's see. Definitely not. Vinny is the best. Thank you, definitely. I'm just randomly picking these.
Yeah. It's remarkable how random those choices really are. I mean, it's
almost like watching Albert's reaction.
It's almost like your polls.
The polls are the polls, Al. You can't.
Skewed,
the numbers are the numbers. The numbers are the numbers.
Fake news.
Mary D says it's a 2-week-old black eye.
No, that's what I was going to say. You can tell, how long that takes to get to that point.
That helps her at this point, doesn't it?
Actually, it looks very similar to the black eye that I have in the opening shot and the montage of photographs you use. And that black eye was fresh when that photograph was taken.
Wait, that's in the opening number.
Yeah, in one of the scenes where there's photographs of the three of us in black and white. There's one of me with a black eye, and that was freshly done, and it kind of looks the same as that.
All right, let's see. Where's Jonesy's black eye?
Keep going. Keep going. I think it's towards the end, to be honest.
There?
Nope. It's black and white.
By the way, wait. The black and white. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
It looks very similar, and that was fresh. That was freshly done, and somebody had the forethought of saying, let me get a shot of that.
See, I thought that was Orson Welles.
I was told that by Uncle Floyd and an ex-girlfriend. That Uncle Floyd corrected himself because he didn't want to think he was calling me fat. But so he said, you have that presence.
That presence.
A very larger than life presence.
I'm only looking at your face. That's why I was saying the Orson Welles thing.
I like it. Orson Welles is cool.
In the photo, it's your right eye that is black. But are you wearing any eye makeup?
No. Well, I'm wearing fake eyebrows, and I have makeup on. But the black eye came after the makeup was applied. It was a live radio show, and for whatever reason, I invited the audience. I had 6 packs of Brooklyn beer. Yeah, well, not really. I had the audience invited to hit me over the head with a chair because I watched too much pro wrestling. and they would win a 6-pack. And the first guy who hit me, I whispered to him, he was a friend. I said, harder, harder. And it ended up with one guy getting out of hand, and I took it in the face. And I had a black eye during the show. It was a 3-hour show. On my way out, somebody said, let me get a shot of that. So there is makeup that was applied before the black eye, but it does look very similar, and it's a fresh black eye.
Nice, nice. Did you put a steak over it to take the swelling down?
I wore it with pride.
Al, how many black eyes have you gotten?
Oh, jeez.
How many are you going to get?
I mean, I think in Belmar alone, I had about 11. So, you know, just the Belmar bar fights probably.
That's under the Belmar average.
Guy? He's a football player, and I had idiot friends who would have a tendency to like hit on girls from Philadelphia whose boyfriends didn't really help to think that that was a good move. And then I found out that the girls were tougher than the guys from Philadelphia.
Dolores Del Signore, Nicholas. Hi, Vinny Allen Jones here from Pocatello, Idaho. The Tangents. Good afternoon, Dolores, although it's a little bit earlier out there. Here's an interesting comment. Thank you, Dolores. Loves Dan, the Off-White Lotus. I know. So the Off-White Lotus, are you guys familiar with the White Lotus program?
I have not watched it. No.
You're not?
No.
You've never seen it?
Never saw it.
Fantastic show on HBO. It was a very unique show. Season 2, they shot the White Lotus is a fictional super high-end hotel chain. So the first season they did White Lotus in, I can't even remember where the first season was, Hawaii. Second season was White Lotus, Sicily. So as you know, I was just in Sicily. And lo and behold, I was able to visit the White Lotus Hotel where everything was shot. Was not able to stay there, though.
Oh.
Do you want to know why?
It's restricted. They don't take people from the United States.
No, I think it's $2,500 a night. So,
oh, okay.
It was a little cost prohibitive, but we did have dinner there. It was amazing. It's really an amazing hotel. And there he is, ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, our good friend Mick Spunky joining us today. Mick Spunky, as you know, one of the great fans of the show, one of the great super followers.
Don't get funky like a monkey.
Indeed. All right, we've got the technical difficulty, so it's delayed. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it.
Worth the wait.
Wait, I got to take this out first. Wait a second. Got to remove. Here we go. Hey! Now it looks like he's
time for us to smile. Here comes Mick Spunky.
Thank you, Mick Spunky. Great to have you aboard. Great intermezzo. Cleanses the palate, makes us feel good, makes us smile. There you go. Okay. Ashley Bouchard, member of our mod squad, with a question. California has a moratorium on the D-pen, thanks to Governor Gavin Newsom. So you can get the D-pen, but likely will not be carried out. Is this correct? Well, you'll end up on the row, right, but nothing will happen until the moratorium is lifted, and that may never happen depending upon who the governor is of California. So you are correct, Ashley Bouchard, of course, a member of our great mod squad. Go ahead.
So is the D-pen like that shot that you take that either causes you to lose weight or to stop drinking?
No, it is not.
But it has the same effect, right?
And it's not what you give to someone who has a low blood sugar and they pass out. You don't give them the D-pen.
Oh, okay.
We are the Mod Squad, keeping order in the chat. The Mod Squad, the Mod Squad, spotting trolls who attack. The Mod Squad, oh,
The crowd always goes wild for the Mod Squad. Best in the business, bar none, ladies and gentlemen.
Amen.
We are blessed. All right. So, did Jake take a deal, and that's why he pleaded guilty? Asks Aqua Hologram.
He did not. He pled guilty to everything, so there's no deal.
Yeah, and the DA was very clear, saying no deal, no deal. I just have a feeling this DA is not going to give her a deal either. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. Jennifer Sube, Vinny, you watched The White Lotus? Yes. I found the third season to be the darkest of the 3 White Lotus seasons. I thought season 2 was the best, not just because I'm Italian, but I thought it was the best. Season 1 was amazing. Season 3 I really liked. I just felt like it was very dark. It was really dark. You guys have to watch it. It's very different. It's kind of
dark.
Yeah, the last one. I think you have to watch the first ones first. Johnny Knoxville, happy Friday, boys. The Honorable Jonesy reminds me of one of those characters in a dogs shooting pool scene poster with his shaved hat. Am I right?
I have a collection of those framed on the wall. Not only did they play poker, they shot pool, and they're classic works of art that you would buy like from the TV Guide magazine or something like that.
Wow. Jonesy, can you show us right now or no?
I could get them, sure.
Wait. Before you leave, there's another way you might be able to do it. If I send you a link to the show on your phone, could you then walk around with your phone and show us your wall?
Well, to be honest, I haven't hung them yet. I'm like Al. I have too many framed items around the house.
Oh, okay. So you can just go grab it and bring it over. The problem is with the green screen effect, we will not be able to likely see them.
Right.
Well, so Johnny Knoxville,
save it for another day.
We will save it for another day. Perhaps now's the time for the announcement.
No, let's wait till after this day in history.
Civil War to civil rights and all the revolution fights. World War I and World War II. Al always knows who is who. It's this day in history. This day in history. History. Now let's listen to his story.
October 17th, 1777. We're going to do the Rev War history moment first. Huge day, folks, in American history. It is the American victory at Saratoga, okay, the turning point of the Revolutionary War. As a result of this incredible victory, France comes to our assistance, and it just changed the war completely and actually made it almost into a world war at that point in time because France came, Spain was actually going to be sending help and things along those lines. And those were the major powers at that point. During this battle that went for several days, John Burgoyne, the gentleman general of the British Army, was forced to surrender his forces. Never had happened before in British history that this would have happened. He was basically in a position where he could do nothing. He was surrounded. He ended up turning over his sword, and they had worked out a deal that what was supposed to happen was that these individuals, the army and everything, was going to be shipped back to England, and then they would be prohibited from continuing to fight. Okay, and that was the agreement that was worked out. But then the Continental Congress revoked that deal because they had mistreated American prisoners, so they refused to do that. Excuse me. So the British were forced into a prison camp. Burgoyne was allowed to leave. The heroes of this battle, okay, were Horatio Gates and none other than Benedict Arnold. And the sad part was that Benedict Arnold was such a great general. If it wasn't for Benedict Arnold, we probably would have lost this battle. He rallied the troops at a very, very precarious point.
I don't trust that guy.
Well, it's funny because there were Revolutionary War generals who had always been suspicious of him and thought that if there was anyone that would be apt to change sides, it would be him. But you
Well,
would not have known that. You would not have known that during this battle. He got on his horse and was leading charges, okay, against the British. Took a
Yeah.
very serious wound in the leg.
yeah, but
Okay.
Al, but every day at 4 o'clock he would stop no matter what he was doing and drink tea. Like we knew that this guy was a problem.
Well, you
He
know,
was
I
a
mean, it was
cancer,
one
I'm
of those-
telling you.
And he would never take the elevator. He always took the lift.
Yeah, exactly. And Johnny Knoxville, Jonesy, I think you two guys are best friends.
You know-
Saratoga, I believe that's where they race horses.
You know, Johnny Knoxville, I was actually going to interrupt and ask Al how much did we pay
Yeah.
when we won?
Oh, we won. So
And
I
so-
was in Saratoga one time,
Okay.
and went to the SPAC. Do you know what the SPAC is?
Arts Center?
Yeah, the Saratoga Performing Arts Center.
Oh.
And who did I see? Picture this, Jonesy. Summer.
Wait. If it was you going to a concert, what was it? Air Supply?
Give me a year. If you give me a year.
No. It was like it was either 1983 or 1984. I'm trying to remember.
Oh, had to be the Human League.
No,
Human League. Yeah, he's not going to the Human League. Okay. Little River Band.
no, I would have loved to have seen them. It was a band, though.
10cc.
Band is in the name.
The band?
No, not the band.
Oh, that would have been cool. That would have been really cool. I would love to have seen the band.
You know, that's a great hint, but I'm drawing a blank.
Come on, 1983, 1984. I got to figure out the
The
year.
Allman Brothers Band.
No, not Allman Brothers. No. They had hits at the time. They were a pop hit.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's contemporary with like the pop charts and new wave and stuff like that, because that was Vinny's, you know,
Bay
you were
City
into stuff
Rollers.
like that. They didn't have band in their name.
Well, they were a boy band.
Band
wait
of
a minute.
Gypsies.
So it was.
There's band in the name.
They actually go there a lot for some reason. I'm looking them up right now. They played a lot in the 80s, obviously, which is when I went.
Well, it's probably the premier place to play in that area when you're touring. That would be why.
Right, but how many rock groups stop in Saratoga?
Mm. That's a very valid question. I don't know the answer to that one historically.
Here we go. It was actually 1982.
Wasn't Little River Band. All right. Was it?
They were performing with the Motels.
Oh,
Yeah, I was figuring it was new wave. Damn. Band.
You
Wait.
see that?
Katrina and the Waves.
Oh, the Jay Giles band. Wow, they played with the Motels.
Yep.
I'm told that the
August-
Jay Giles band, I was told by Southside Johnny that when Jay Giles band played, everybody who was anybody in the music industry or bands would show up because they were the premier live act of the time.
Oh, that Jay Giles band was incredible, and you know they were a New England band, so they were playing a lot in the area.
Oh, they were
where-
New Englanders? I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
they were from
Peter Wolf, former DJ'd while he was in the Boston area. Hence the beginning of some of their songs. He does like a cool rhyming, like kind of like DJ FM jock thing.
Although Magic
that.
Dick, the harmonica player.
I've got his set list, the set list from that night. You ready? Freeze Frame, Centerfold, Give It to Me, Sanctuary, Teresa, Detroit Breakdown, Looking for a Love, and Love Stinks.
Very nice.
That's you got all the
My
hits.
favorite is a song called "Must Have Got Lost."
Yeah.
And at the beginning of it, he does like a cool 2-minute like rhyming kind of like, a DJ thing.
Is it possible that they opened for the Motels in 82?
No, the Motels. The Jay Giles Freeze Frame. That album. Okay.
Yeah.
Was
But
huge.
why is that set list only 9 songs and the Motels is 18?
Oh wow. Then they would have definitely opened.
And they probably did, yeah.
The Motels had one song?
Right. Yeah, they couldn't have been bigger.
Suddenly last summer. What was that?
Yeah.
Well,
But
the
anyway,
songs tend to be long, but that's a pretty short set. Maybe a curfew got them or something.
maybe the internet didn't get all the information too. That's what I'm thinking.
But 18 songs for there's no opening band that's doing 18 songs. That ain't happening.
Right.
So I mean
That might not, maybe it's not accurate, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Do you have more history for us, Al?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
I'm going to go back on this Benedict Arnold thing. So, like, there's a
You're
monument.
going to go back on to Benedict Arnold. He went
Well,
back up.
I got to mention that there was a monument there of a boot that was put there, and it doesn't have a name on it, and it was to commemorate the bravery of Benedict Arnold, who then became a traitor. Now, on our true crime adventure, we're going to go to 1931. On this day, Al Capone was convicted of income tax evasion. Okay. It was demonstrated that Al Capone's empire had over $100 million that he had amassed, paid no income tax on, and he was sentenced to 11 years. But the interesting thing about this trial was that they went through jury selection. Jury selection was a fairly long process. Then the government was tipped off that one of the jurors had been bought. And right before the trial started, the judge goes, now switch the jury. And another jury that had been picked in another courtroom came in and took the place of the jury that had been picked for the Al Capone trial.
That wouldn't be legal today.
Unbelievable. It went up on appeal. The appellate court sustained it and said it was fine. But I've never seen that happen. It's the only time I think it's ever happened in history.
Wow.
So, I mean, it's a wild thing. They finally got Capone. He was sentenced to 11 years. He ended up spending some of that time at Alcatraz. By the time he got out, his body had been ravaged with, he had all different venereal types.
Scurvy?
Disease. He didn't have scurvy. He had venereal disease. And
From Alcatraz?
No, prior to going into Alcatraz, but it wasn't treated while he was there. So it became worse. And, basically at that point, he had lost his empire. But $100 million was what they had estimated the amount of money he got just through prohibition.
And that's in how much money? What would that be worth today?
$100 million has got to be worth, almost $1 billion, I would imagine. It's got to be close. All right. So now, and finally, with regards to in this day in history, in 1943, the Burma Railway was completed by the Allied POWs. That is the basis of what is called the movie The Bridge Over the River Kwai, which I would highly recommend you watch. An incredible movie. Great movie.
Oh, great one. I love it.
I actually met some of the men that actually built that bridge that had been Dutch prisoners of war under the Japanese and were forced to build it. Horrendous thing that they made them do. But this bridge was unbelievable. And finally, in 1957, Jailhouse Rock premieres in Memphis, Tennessee. And that's our day in history.
When you said 1957, I immediately thought of Elvis for some reason.
Yep, Jailhouse Rock. That's premiered in Memphis, Tennessee. One of his best films.
Yes.
Certainly one of the best soundtrack films of all of his movies.
They say he coordinated that dance scene, which I find hard to believe, but that's what I've read.
Listen, I ran the numbers, boys. Al Capone closer to $2 billion.
Wow. And had demonstrated no income whatsoever. His tax returns had zero income.
That's fantastic.
So the next time you try to bring back, prohibition, Vinny, which you have touted in the past on this particular program, keep that in mind.
Keep that in mind. Yeah. Well, we'll crack down on the bootleggers, Al.
Wow.
And Jonesy. When I bring back prohibition, we'll crack down on the bootleggers.
I'm going to be one of the bootleggers.
Yeah, but please, same with me.
Crack down on you.
I got a lot of wine I got to do.
Thank you, April Diaz. Have a great day today. Thank you, April Diaz. We appreciate everything you say. We all know she's a great fan, and we know the kind words she has. We always love to hear from you. Thank you, April Diaz.
ready.
Big thank you to April Diaz. Appreciate your support as always. Al must have gotten called in by the judge. What do you think it is, Jonesy?
That more looks like more like a lost signal thing to me than
Is that lost signal? No, I think he turns his camera off and then he turns off his microphone, and that's usually when the judge calls him. At least that's what I've seen in the past. But let's see who else is here. We've got Amy, Cody, Vinny looking like a whole snack today.
What's a whole snack?
I don't know.
It's in capital letters as though it's
a
brand or a thing.
Yeah, a whole snack.
It's kind of like
maybe we need some merch that says whole snack and the sign here. This ain't no 68. Al, can you help us with this? Amy is saying that Vinny looking like a whole snack today. What does that mean?
A whole snack is a donut. They got
really? Wow.
No, I don't know what that means, a whole snack. All I know is this. It annoys me. Okay? Simple. Move to another comment, please.
Poor Amy.
Sally says 2 Oreos is a whole snack.
Okay. Now, this is the way you eat an Oreo cookie when you're a kid. Now, things have changed. Now they have double Oreo cookies and all different flavors. But you open it up and you lick the ice cream off, and then you eat the cookie part. You concur.
But how do you remove the icing?
With your mouth.
But how?
The same way Bismarcky would, like the same way Bismarcky would. You move you do it with your mouth.
Yeah, but how with your mouth? Are you using the top teeth or bottom teeth?
Probably the top teeth.
It's the bottom. No, the top, you're gonna have some. You go like this, some of it's going to dribble out. Bottom, it all falls in your mouth.
Oh, you get the whole thing.
Yeah. Top, look, if to get your top teeth out there, right? Now you're putting it there. It can fall on your lip. You're going to be like this. You might miss some of the frosting. So you got to use the bottom teeth to remove the icing.
I recently started eating my bananas. Upside down like a monkey. That way I can avoid that nut that hits me sometimes at the bottom. I always threw the bottom part out,
Okay. Ashley Bouchard has sent me the definition of snack in the context it was used. A snack is someone who looks good at the moment.
Oh, wow. It's like I'll take that tall glass of water, which is what said in
that's right.
Yeah.
So you need a tall glass of water with your whole snack. All right, you guys, should we make this special this huge announcement? Announcement?
Make the announcement now. We've done but now that we've denigrated ourselves to the point where we're talking about how to eat an Oreo. Let's make the announcement so this way we don't lose people.
Hey, that's my thing. What are you talking about?
There we go, folks. It's set in stone. I will leave that up there. Everyone, please take your phones out and mark your calendars. It'll be a Sunday tangent Christmas extravaganza, 7 to 10 p.m. Now, for those of you who weren't part of the program last year, the Christmas special last year, it is quite a show. Production, we've already begun rehearsals for the opening number.
Yes.
We've begun rehearsals for that. There will be obviously prizes.
Yes.
Fantastic prizes throughout. There will be trivia throughout all 3 hours.
Yes.
There will be competitions for the Tangenistas.
Yes.
Right? You can win prizes with your answering the questions, the trivia questions as they come up. But last year we solicited old-time Christmas photos. This year we will be soliciting ugly sweater photos for the ugly sweater competition. Now it could be a couple different forms. You can take an old picture. You might get extra points if it's an old picture with an old ugly sweater from back in the day. but you still can enter pictures with newer ugly sweaters as well. All will be considered. All will be considered by the judges.
Yes.
Jonesy, how excited are you for the extravaganza right now?
I am very excited.
So
I am
again,
overflowing with joy. You know how much I love
Corey
the
Apple.
holidays.
I'm like a Corey Apple.
there's nothing Jonesy likes doing better on a Sunday night than an additional 3 hours of broadcasting after his 5-hour radio show.
Actually, I would broadcast 24/7 if I could.
Yeah. Well, Jonesy is going to skip his meal to be there that night, but bring a snack, Jonesy, if you would.
I will bring a whole snack.
A whole snack. What will her name be?
Well, that remains to be seen, right?
Well, okay. So
Full drink of water.
let's get to what else is happening here, and this is important. Tangenistas, take note. Each of you are invited to make your case, make your closing argument, whatever it is, in a video. It's got to be in video form, though. So figure out how to do it. 1 minute or less. Why you should be crowned Tangenista of the Year.
Yes. Yes, yes, and yes. My vote can be bought.
My vote can be bought. Tangenista of the Year. Okay,
My vote's cheaper than his.
And you be inventive with the your video. Okay, so because it's interesting to like try different things around it or whatever. It's got to be 1 minute long. Okay, so we
1 minute or less. You can go less.
Right, you can go less, but you can't go more. And it is this that person will be the Tangenista of 2026.
Yes, and wait.
Yeah,
So
it's a year. It's a new year.
Yeah, I mean you can't. Yeah, you can't be the Tangenista of 2025 because
For a week.
Because then you only I mean we want to honor this person for an entire year. Don't we?
Okay, all right. You sold me. I was thinking more like of Time Magazine Person of the Year, but you're thinking more like Miss Tangenista or
Right.
Mr. Tangenista.
Right.
I got you.
That so this way here for the entire year that person is
Wait,
on.
we will also announce a first runner-up, just in case
Right.
Tangenista of the Year is unable
They
to
get
fulfill
disqualified.
all of their responsibilities.
Right.
Or
Or
there's
they,
a scandal. There could be a scandal.
if we find
Vanessa
photos.
Williams, remember Vanessa Williams scandal?
Yes, exactly right. That's what I'm saying. That if we find photos or anything
She
along
was
those
stripped.
lines, and they're not sent to me first, that could be a scandal.
Imagine being stripped of your title because you stripped off your clothes.
No, again, it happened to her, but it didn't. It actually helped her fame, though.
It helped her fame, and I thought that was a total jip.
Yes, absolutely.
Total jip.
I still have that
Oh,
edition of Penthouse.
Johnny Knoxville is just all over the place today. What is a Tangenista?
What?
Like a Vinny super fan? I gotta see Al's face. Johnny Knoxville pushing all the buttons today.
Is there no end to my pain? No,
Oh,
a
here's a big
Tangenista
question.
is a person that is, listens to us, watches us, and is fans of us. Okay. And the key word there is us.
Yeah.
Us.
Will Zuko be there? Asks Strachan 1023. Yes. Last year we had the Zuko cam. Zuko will make an appearance. I don't know if we'll have the full Zuko cam throughout. But I think what we will do, gentlemen, in some of the distribution of the prizes to make it even more dramatic is a spinning of our Crime Con wheel.
Oh,
I will re-engage the Crime Con wheel to spin it for some of the lovely prizes that the winners will be winning.
oh, very nice. Very, very nice. That I'm interested to know that that it didn't get seized from you in the airport.
No, it did not. So let's review now, ladies and gentlemen. Let's review one more time what we're working on here. It is the the Tangent Christmas Extravaganza, Sunday, December 21st, 7 to 10 p.m. At a minimum, you must watch. At a maximum, you must participate. You can send the video, and the mods will tell you where to send the stuff. A minute or less. Why you should be crowned Tangenista of the Year, and your ugly sweater photographs.
Well, but
They can be new, they can be old.
well, but it doesn't have to be both. You can do one or the other, or you can do both.
No, you can't do both. One submission per person.
What? So then,
Only one entry per person. Even if you had more than one ugly sweater.
no,
Pick
but we're
the
talking
ugliest.
about, but you can still do a video, right? To be Tangenista.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. No. These are
You
two
were saying-
separate competitions. I thought you were saying enter an old picture and a new picture.
No,
No.
no. I was talking about the fact that you can either do both, meaning the
Yes,
video
of
and
course.
the picture, or one or the other. Okay.
And I would think part of making your case to be Tangenista of the Year is participating in the ugly sweater competition.
Okay. All right.
Right?
What if they answer all the trivia questions correct?
Then they're gonna go home with a lot of goodies
And that could be helpful too to the Tangenista.
of the year. Yeah, and maybe you'll donate your. I think last year someone donated one of their prizes to another Tangenista.
Oh, that was
So
nice.
there you have it, and you'll be crowned Tangenista of the Year.
And that's open to everyone, men, women,
Yeah,
and what you call it, any race, creed, color, orientation. We don't care. We just want to see your entry.
indeed. Oh, another announcement here. If we could do this, I'd like to do this. Common Sense Investigator, great fan, but has a great YouTube channel. Please, ladies and gentlemen, we have like 1,000 of you on right now. Please, and maybe the mods can post a link to the Common Sense Investigator YouTube channel so she can get the number of subscribers up so she can start live streaming. You need a certain number of subscribers to live stream. So if we can get folks right now to help out Common Sense Investigator, go on to her YouTube channel. We'll get the link up there. We'll get the link in the chat. Just click on it real fast and just click on a subscribe. You won't be disappointed. She's a great investigator, has a great background for this stuff. Comes on my show very often on television, and obviously is all over the chats on this channel and other channels as well with always great things. So please, folks, if you can subscribe to the Common Sense Investigator over on the YouTubes. So there we go. All right, guys. It's getting a little late. I'm trying to think if we did forget one thing.
Oh, did we?
Yes, because you're going to be winning prizes during this show, and there'll be different types of prizes. We still have some of the swag stuff from CrimeCon that will be given away, but we'll also be giving away some of this great merch from the Vinny Originale True Crime Merch Shop.
Shirt and a hoodie.
See, it's not overriding. I got to remove it first. Here we go.
Shirt and a hoodie, a beach towel and a mug. A new design from Vinny is better than a drug. True crime merch, you know he did it. True crime merch, mark the exhibit. True crime merch, we hate Casey. True crime merch from Vinny Originale. Our tangent stuff is great, unlike any others. Buy it now, don't wait. Perfect for all you mothers. True crime merch, allegedly. True crime merch, stepped on a bee. True crime merch, it's not free. True crime merch from Vinny Originale.
There you go. All available on the True Crime Merch Shop, ladies and gentlemen.
And we are working on new stuff, just so you know.
Yo, there's always working on new stuff. Always, when there's time. I need more time. I need more time.
I can't do it, Captain. We don't got the power.
All right, so I've got a roll here. I got some things to do. Got to get ready for the big show tonight on Court TV, 8 to 10, 2 hours of live true crime. Let's give a bottom line here, though. Let's give our bottom line analysis before we go on obviously the story that we were covering today. I don't think we're going to get the truth. I personally believe that he is the main physical culprit. I believe she knew what was happening, but I believe she wanted a man more than she wanted a baby. And that's why she went along with the OLA. However, I believe if and when this goes to trial, they will point the finger at Jake. They will point the finger at her black eye, and they will allege that she was a victim of his as well. So here's one other thing. Al, let me just ask you this.
Right.
Is there any chance that he admits here, gets sentenced, then testifies for her and attempts to take the whole rap, falling on the sword for his woman, telling the jury, I did it. I'm a bad person. I did it to Emmanuel. I did it to another baby. I'm in prison. I admitted what I did. She had nothing to do with it. She covered up because I made her cover it up.
I think there's a good chance of that. Go ahead, Al.
I don't think there's any chance in God's green acres that that's going to happen. He's a piece of garbage. Okay. She's a piece of garbage. The two of them, it's like he's a water sign. She's an earth sign. Together they make mud. Okay. And that's what this is. It's mud. There's nothing here that is redemptive about this individual. Nothing whatsoever. The sad part about it is that he was given an opportunity to do it again. And that's the part that hurts the most, is that he did it again. And she very well knew his pedigree, okay, and didn't do anything to protect her child. I have no mercy for that. And there's no way he's going to stand up there and be a man, because he's not a man. Anyone who takes advantage of a child like that, anyone who hurts a child like that, is not a man to begin with.
Jonesy, your bottom line.
Jonesy is frozen? I think it's frozen.
I lost you for a second.
It was great because it was right at the moment I asked you the question, and then there was complete silence from Jonesy.
And there's still silence from Jonesy. Jonesy.
I think bottom line is she's gonna point to the black guy. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, he's
Testing,
gonna what?
1, 2, 3. Check 1, check 2.
How now, brown cow?
I think the bottom line is that she is going to point to the.
I was pretending.
I guess I'm out.
All right, boys. That's our bottom line there. Let's get to the bottom line of the show. Al, where can folks find you?
Well, first, Monday night, I will be on with Vinny. We had a great show last Monday. Please come in this Monday. It's going to be just as much fun. And we are doing closing arguments from 8 to 9 every Monday night. And other than that, I will be at the Don Bosco Seton Hall prep game in beautiful West Orange, New Jersey on Saturday. And then at the Jets game on Sunday.
You're playing against my nephew.
I'm sorry?
You're playing against my nephew.
Oh, he plays for Seton Hall?
Yeah, he's a wide receiver.
Oh,
Aiden.
I will look out for him and say a Heidi hi ho.
Yeah, tell the Bosco guys to take it easy on him.
I will also mention that to them. But they're a very big team. I will tell you,
very big. He's very fast, but they're very big.
They're very big. They're very big. So other than that, hasta la vista, las Tangenistas.
Jonesy, where can we find the radio legend?
Well, this is a ways off, but I'll be DJing live on November 8th. It's a Saturday night from 6 to 10. You'll be home on time for the honeymooners. at Ghost Hawk Brewing in Clifton, across from Rutt's Hut, the legendary hot dog joint. And I'm billing it as my birthday bash, as it is my birthday week.
Ooh, and what night of the week is that?
Saturday night.
Saturday night. All right. SATURDAY. Night.
And may I say this about Rutt's Hut? Okay, phenomenal hot dogs. Okay, great relish. Not as good as Hiram's. But the other thing about Rutt's Hut that is incredible, believe it or not, folks, go to the restaurant part and order the duck. Unbelievable. It's the best.
This place is renowned for its hot dogs. I've been going there since I was 5. And the last couple of times I was there, Al was telling me, order the duck. And apparently it's a thing. It's a hot dog joint, but the duck is a thing.
Unbelievable.
Go figure.
Yeah, I don't believe in eating ducks. But anyway, you can find me every night from 8 to 10 on Court TV. 2 hours of live true crime, folks. Thank you to the Court TV YouTube channel for simulcasting today. Thank you to the incredible Mod Squad. Thank you for all the super chats. Thank you for the great conversation. That is it. That's all we have. Say goodnight, Jonesy.
Good night, Jonesy.
See all of you in court. Somebody say tangent, tangent. Somebody say podcast, podcast. Tangent, tangent. Podcast, podcast. This is the Tangent Podcast. Good night, everyone. Good night. Thank you for all your support. We are the Tangent True Crime Podcast. We'll see all of you